about to watch a review of an action figure, and I am Dracula.
And I'm Lara Croft.
Yes. You haven't come to the monster party yet, but...
You haven't had one.
It's beside the point.
How am I supposed to come to a party you haven't had?
Shut up.
You want me to just show up at your house?
Silence.
Just me? It's a little creepy. Do you even have a house?
I have a castle.
I don't know about that.
Well, we're here to review a figure that is almost as great as our last figure that we reviewed. Our last review was of Senator Kelly from the X-Men line, the X-Men movie line. But this time we're reviewing a figure from that same very wave of X-Men figures, the police cop, who comes with Sabretooth. And there he is. He's a little hunched over at the moment. He didn't used to be that way.
He looks a bit tired.
He does. Eating too many of them donuts he's carrying around. But this figure may look pretty plain and boring at first glance, but I'll have you know he is much more interesting. Because you press this little button on his chest and voila!
Then he falls apart.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's because when Sabretooth hits him in the chest, he crumbles. His arms separate from his body and hang by strings. It's a normal thing to happen when getting hit very hard by a super strong individual.
That totally happens when I punch things.
I would imagine. I think I'll put my arm down now. It's getting tired. That's better. Now let's go over this amazing figure. Now this officer is missing one accessory that he came with originally. Hat. Now, I happen to remember that the face of this cop is supposed to be sculpted after someone, but I forget who. I think maybe the director of the X-Men movie, Bryan Singer, because it looks a lot like him.
Does he have a giant weird thing on his neck?
Well, here?
Yes.
Possibly, I've never looked. He might have that on his neck. I'm not sure. But it does look like Bryan Singer, so it is possible that that's who it is. I remember it was from somebody. It's based on someone's face. As we already showed, he comes with a donut, because cops have donuts.
At all times.
Yes. They have their gun out in one hand, a donut in the other. There's even a bite out of the donut.
That's why it's really hard for them to use their radios to call stuff in, because their hands are busy.
Yes. And there you can see his gun. And I don't believe you can take the gun out of his hand, but I lied, because you can.
But then he just points at you really awkwardly.
Hey. Hey.
No, he's trying to be you.
He's a copycat.
You can't come to the floppy party. Ooh.
I wouldn't want to go to the floppy party.
Me either.
I am a stiff. But you can see he has quite a bit of detail on him. Like a badge. He's got pockets. Wrinkles in his pants. He's got a blank shape on his shoulder. A blank shape on his other shoulder. I think there should be a symbol or design there, but... There's a look at his face a little closer. He looks... I don't know, like he's got a poo? Or maybe he just did poo in his pants.
I think he looks like he's surprised that he's constipated.
Yes, I could see that. And you look at his back and he has this thing sticking out of his back. And this is the thing you turn to wind him back up. But over the years, the strings have stretched apparently, and he does not go back into perfect shape.
Well, his legs are pretty good.
Yes.
The neck's pretty bad.
Originally, when this was first bought, they did go all the way back the way they were supposed to, but not anymore.
You know what I just noticed?
His rusty butthole?
Yes! That's exactly what I was going to say.
The first thing Dracula notices on someone is their rusty butthole.
Only if it's rusty.
Well, rust in the blood is a very serious condition, and I have to be wary when I'm sucking blood.
Does he have a glove hanging out of his butt pocket?
It's what it appears to be.
Looks like Black glove.
I wonder
They
why.
don't bother painting a symbol on his patch, but they give him a butt glove.
Yeah,
Why?
I agree. That is a very strange thing for them to add. The donut is a nice touch, but then they add a glove to his butt pocket? I do not understand.
I'm assuming that's a glove. I mean, it could be something else.
Well, whatever it is, why? Not a whole lot of detail on his boots, but who cares, really?
He doesn't need detail. He has action.
That's true. And now we will go over articulation. We'll do this in 2 parts. Articulation before he's floppy. Oh, he's kind of floppy now. But he gets extra floppy when you press the button. So we'll do just a slight floppiness articulation. You can see his head can do that. He can turn around. His arms can do that. He can spin at his elbow. He can kind of turn there at his hips. He can kind of turn at his knee. And then that's about all he can do in this mode.
He can headbang.
Well, that's true. I am imagining that he's headbanging to the X-Men theme.
And his head turns around backwards when he headbangs. That's pretty metal.
And he swings his donut. That's metal, isn't it?
Yes, very.
Dracula knows a lot about metal. And swinging donuts is almost as common as banging your head at a metal concert.
Especially if you're pointing a gun at people.
Yes. Now let's press the button as if Sabretooth punched him in the chest instead of clawing him, which makes no sense. There we go. And now we can go over the super dangly
I'm sorry.
articulation.
I'm sorry, but I'm still stuck on death metal concerts are just people pistol whipping each other and slapping each other with donuts while they headbang.
Exactly. Do you not know what a mosh pit is?
I wasn't aware that they involve so much powdered sugar.
They do.
Well, let's see. His head can do this and that and this other thing. And then his arm can go whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And his legs can do pretty much whatever you want them to do. So I'd say it's pretty damn good.
I agree. His articulation is much better than I'd say most action
This
figures.
is my favorite part. He can go It's quite glorious.
However, I would say that it is nice that when a figure can hold its position. He cannot hold his position very well, but he is very...
I'll hold your position.
He's very articulate.
I will hold your position.
Okay, policeman cop.
Would you like a donut?
Now he looks like he's something from the movie The Thing.
Eat my donut. Eat it.
Now for a comparison. The cop. What do we call this cop? Do we call him Cop Brian?
Dangly man.
Dangly Man?
Oh wait.
Officer Dangles?
Dangly man.
Officer Dangly Bits? Whatever. Here he is next to Senator Kelly. Or Christopher Walken. Sperm, maybe? I don't know. Maybe this is what the sperm of Christopher Walken looked like, going through his mother's womb. I don't know. But there they are next to each other. They're both very floppy. I think they would make quite a pair. I smell sitcom.
Perfect strangers.
Exactly. Now, Mr. Evilcheese asked us to mention that a long time ago, one of his earliest videos that is not posted on YouTube, he made a video with this Officer Dangles. Is that his name? I don't even know. What are we calling him?
Officer Dangles.
Okay.
I like that.
He made a video of him with a skateboard. A very strange video because it may not look like it, but this poor dangly cop is actually an excellent skateboarder. And we will try to recreate that video for you here.
it makes. He's gonna get road rash on his face.
He's a tough one. This is a cop on the edge. He don't give a shit. So this about concludes our review of Officer Dangles. I'd say he is a very amazing action figure. I don't know if I like him better than Senator Kelly. Senator Kelly is pretty amazing.
I like them both a lot. I would say that Officer Dangles has slightly better articulation. I just really love the way he headbangs.
Well, that is pretty cool. And he is an excellent skateboarder. I do...
Not anymore, though, because I'm totally keeping this.
But this is an amazing action figure. And once again, just like we did not review the Jean Grey that came with Senator Kelly, we did not review the Sabretooth that came with Officer Dangles. But Sabretooth is just not as interesting and amazing. It'd be like comparing a cell phone to a brick. A cell phone can do many amazing things. A brick is a brick.
It'd be like comparing a cupcake to a fart.
Which is a fart.
It comes out of your rusty butthole.
Oh.
And it smells bad.
Stinky
And
gas.
cupcakes are delicious and everyone loves them.
I can't eat cupcakes. I must eat blood cakes.
Well, you're not counted in everyone. You're not a person.
Whatever. You people watching, go on eBay. Buy this amazing Officer Dangles action figure. Search for Sabretooth movie figure. I am sure he will come up. He's amazing. I wish Marvel Legends would remake him. Well, I hope you enjoyed our excellent review of Officer Dangles. Oh, I do want to say, I am the real Count Dracula. Anyone who has played Dracula in a movie is not the real Dracula. So if you think that my voice is not accurate, my accent is not accurate, you're incorrect, because I am the real Dracula.
It's the same thing with me, you know.
I know.
People compare my voice to the video games and the movies. Those aren't the real Lara Croft. I'm Lara Croft.
I read they said that sometimes you speak with an American accent randomly.
That's completely normal. That's what British people do.
Yes, I agree. I've met a few.
I'm British, right? Yes.
Yes,
Think.
they have visited me in Transylvania many times, and that is exactly what they do. They talk like they have an English accent, and all of a sudden, American.
Especially if they're laughing. You
Sure.
know what I mean? When I'm laughing, it just comes out.
I agree. This Bella guy who played Dracula? No, he's not the real Dracula. He was impersonating me, and he failed by not sounding exactly like me. But this is all beside the point. This is our review of Mr. Officer Dangly Pants, and I really like him. He's an amazing
It doesn't look
figure.
like you like him.
This is my bitch face, resting bitch face. Dracula has.
You're holding him by his throat string.
Yes.
It's a bit rude.
Yes.
Whatever.
Well,
Anyway, I'm Lara Croft. Bye.
farewell, viewers of the YouTube.
Enough of this twaddle.